Crypto trading bros. I'm Clutch. We got B Wellington over here. Is this move that we're seeing this morning a fake pump? Or are we about to break out and go to a new level and really squeeze those shorts that jumped on board just a few days ago? So that's the big question we have for this morning. B Wellington, good morning. And
Good
how are you?
morning. I am doing fine, sir. How are you?
I'm actually doing really great. This is it's been a great morning so far.
So we'll just hop right into the charts. This is a daily ETH. So we've got this pump this morning. Saw it really happening as this developed probably a couple hours ago. You can kind of tell with funding rate where everything was. Looks like we're getting into kind of maybe our last bit of a pump. But we got the daily chart up. As you can see, we've got this peak that's here. It's right at the 50 on the daily. We hadn't visited the 50 on the daily in a very long time. And so looking to get up into that area. That area is 1380. So another 20 bucks or so, which would make sense. I mean, we're coming into this pump and the futures market is about to open. This is also this peak is kind of that 1380 area as well. If we do get a lot of volume and we got a bunch of shorts that pile on board, we may get into this 1400s area, which of course is a psychological area. It also takes out the rest of this imbalance as far as this wick is concerned. So we'll just kind of have to see how we get to it. But always looming on the backside is this big wick here, which is a big imbalance to the downside. And it's a pretty extensive wick here, also followed by more of a vector on the daily. So this zone here is also one that, we're taking a look at. But it seems like we've got so many shorts that came on board anticipating this move to the downside that's really caused kind of the squeeze to the upside.
Do you
So
do you think we're going to see some more momentum to the upside to really squeeze those shorts out of the game?
wouldn't you like to know there, sir? Here's what I do see, and what's encouraging about going up is that when you do see these vectors really starting on these major EMAs, this 800 being it that just says to me that we're probably going to break out into this area. Now, how far we're going to break out, that's going to be another thing, but we do again have this 1400 up here. So the volume that I'm seeing now really makes it seem like we're going to have some follow through. But of course, we're in the kind of the magic hour, this 8:30 to 9:15 market. You like to see some activity, but this is definitely something that if we do break this peak, that's going to be a big deal. And so that 1400 is definitely going to be in range. But these big EMAs on these big vector candles on top of EMAs really kind of project price as well. But we'll just kind of have to see what the price action does at the open, which we're at right now. On balance volume's pretty high. We've got RSI pretty high as well. So we'll probably have to crest these momentum waves, things of that nature, before we start moving back to the downside. So we may have a little ways to go. Personally, I would say we're probably going to break this peak. Just looking at the volume that's coming in, if you can see it right here. So just lower time frames, 14 minutes, going to probably show the same thing. I mean, we've got volume that's increasing. As price is increasing as well. We've also kind of got the step ladder effect here with last week's highs in sight. Now, especially with last week's high, this is that peak that we talked about, that 1371. If this breaks, especially if it breaks with some volume, which it looks like it will, then yeah, let's expect more to the upside. So this is that peaky area that we talked about. So again, 1400 to 1419 is really the tops of those particular areas, and looks like we're headed in that direction. If we look at the OI, which we normally do 6.7 billion, I think we're at 6.5, 6.4 the other day. So we've got OI moving in the direction of price on an aggregated level. If you can see here, this is the CVD, and that's pointing straight up. So we've got some longs that are coming on board, popping a lot of these shorts, as well. So I'm sure we've got a bunch of short liquidations, but really looks like we're moving to the upside. If we go to traditional markets, this was down earlier. Futures were down like 161 points, so we've actually popped at the open. Nasdaq leading the way with 0.69%, S&P flat, and looks like Dow's trying to catch up here. So if we look at price news, though, news came out. We had some housing data that came out. Actually, this housing data hasn't come out just yet. A consumer confidence index
Here
that's
we
out there,
go.
106. So we're coming down somewhat. Let me see if I refresh this. If we get nope, so it hasn't come out yet. So we've got this at 106.3. So consumer confidence is starting to come down, but it's not significant. Well, this is the median forecast. For whatever reason, it's not loading the what the actual is just yet. So we'll just have to take a look, see what's going on these it was 9 a.m. I guess it's not 9 a.m. yet. It's a slow day. Anyway, I fucked all that up.
Well, when we
Clutch, what
get
you
up
got
early and when we get up early, you get a lot of shit done early on. You know what I mean?
Clutch, what do we got? Oh shit, we're still pumping.
I know. That's what I said. Here we go. Get ready for this rocket ship. I could have got out for $18 yesterday. That's all right. This is what we do.
This is what
this
we do.
is how we do it.
Do it.
Okay, all right. Anyway, guys, let me share my screen. All right, I'm in a bunch of trades right now. Hold on.
You are in a bunch of trades right now. 1 second. Trying to manage the flow.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Hey man, stop fighting.
No, it's okay.
Stop fighting.
Hey, but I'm going with it. You heard it here. That's right, folks. I've just hedged a trade because I kind of got trapped and I let them bitches get me. So anyway, let's jump to it and I'll show you what we got on High Block Capital right here. And so let's check it out. So as you can see, we're getting closer to the top of the range. So we will have some downside soon, probably next 48 hours. I don't know how long that it's gonna be. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when it's gonna happen. We have one big long liquidation that's still out there for around 182 million at 1300. But we do have some stuff up here around this. That's going to test this 1400 range again a little later today. If we break 1400, go ahead and expect 1420s to 1450s. That's what I got marked on my chart. So we could definitely get up into those areas. It's all a matter of if they want to do that. If you notice what they just happened, looks like they just did a small breakout to the upside right there, and then with a pretty sharp pullback for the breakout traders. So this is kind of anyone's game at this moment. Let's take a look at Bookmap to see where the order book is and if this fake pump was just to get some orders on board for their shorts or if they're going to follow through with this movement up. As you can see here, something that we like to really pay attention to when we have big green bubbles with right here, that's usually a trend reversal indicator, and a lot of volume came in there. So what we really want to see is us re-break this peak to make sure we're going to continue momentum to the upside. If not, we're going to start trickling back down into this range that we just worked our way through. And I want to zoom out a little bit so we can get a big picture. Again, just under 1400 looks like a bunch of resistance as far as order book goes. So we'll have to definitely break through that area of that lot, about 5,000 orders up there. So that is going to be our resistance area for today. And then as you can see, if we start breaking down, expect us to probably return to this VWAP area, which is a 1350. And if we can get past this guy, if we get past this guy at 1350 and start coming further down, then expect us to see at 1320. So we can break below We get down in 1340s, we're going to hit 1320 a little later today. However, if we get a bounce off this VWAP at 1350, go ahead and expect us to retest these higher areas. A move that could definitely happen today is us start trickling down here, and then we have our 1030 to 1130 area, which may put us down here for a bounce off of the VWAP, and then close up to a little bit higher prices later today at 3 o'clock. So that's kind of what I got on my end.
Yeah, that's good for me too.
So,
Hey, I saw that.
I'm sorry,
I saw that.
my eye itched.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what we got today, guys. Those are kind of the ranges to pay attention to. Be careful. It looks like there is some volume coming in, and they're really trying to mess with people out there today on this fine Tuesday.
Adios.
That's all we got.